94.5 PST. Did you miss anything with Chris, Joe, and Gianna on Chris and the Crew? Catch up now. This is Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com.
On Thanksgiving, of course you are, right? It's Chris and the Crew. Chris, Joe, Gianna, it's 7:05. Gianna wants to have chicken for Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry. There are very few people that could really, or very few restaurants that could really impress me with a turkey.
Have you deep fried a turkey?
No.
Because that's what we do every year, and it's delicious. I don't need it any more than once a year. Don't get me wrong. But you have to serve turkey on Thanksgiving.
But the thing is,
that's the traditional meal.
Look, there's nothing better than a $5 Costco rotisserie chicken. Imagine going into Costco and getting 2 or 3 of those chickens.
Is this what you contemplated?
It's like $15. Think about it. You can't get a turkey for $15, and it's better than a turkey.
You get a free turkey. We got a free turkey. All these grocery stores give out free turkey.
I know, but then you got to sit there and you got to cook it. And you got to be responsible for watching in the oven for 4 hours.
But I'm guessing your mom stopped you, right?
My mom. We're seriously considering doing this.
She wants it too?
Yes. No, but you're really going to take turkey over chicken? Come on now. It looks like a turkey. It's just smaller.
You know what it is? I have chicken so much. I mean, what American family doesn't have chicken all the time? No, I don't want chicken on Thanksgiving. I want turkey on Thanksgiving.
Okay, but think about it. What are you more excited for? Stuffing?
Well, yeah.
Sweet potato casserole? Cranberry sauce?
Yep.
I know you don't like mashed potatoes, but people do.
I do like sweet potatoes. I do love
mac and cheese.
Stuffing.
This turkey is not the star of the show. It's there for a Kodak moment.
Gianna, I think you'd be the only family in America not having not having turkey.
I love to be different. I strive to be different. And I would rather just have you ever had a Costco rotisserie chicken?
No.
Oh, what? Chris, they're $5.
I've had them from Wegmans. I know what a rotisserie chicken is.
Oh, and Wegmans. You know I could go on for hours about Wegmans. You can go to Wegmans and get the one in the bag. You can go to Costco and get it in the container. It's so much easier. And I think this is what we should switch to.
I don't think anyone's having chicken on Thanksgiving.
Save the turkeys. They'll thank you.
Although there was one time I dated a guy who was Italian, and they literally had like lasagna on Thanksgiving. Lasagna. I'm like, what is this?
No, yeah, we sometimes do. Christmas too. We'll do lasagna all the time.
Okay, Christmas I get,
but that's not the star of the show. Like lasagna sounds great. And I would rather have chicken parm on Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, actually, when we first came into the studio this morning, Gianna, what did we see on the news? That people prefer ham for Thanksgiving dinner. I was like, ham?
Would you rather have a dry turkey or would you rather have a honey baked ham? I'd rather have a honey baked ham.
Gianna, our turkey's not dry.
So it always is. When you get the white meat, it's just everybody fights over the dark meat. And then once that's gone, you have to suffer through the white meat. And then you got to douse it in gravy. It's not good.
Let's open the phones. Can you tell Gianna that nobody has chicken on Thanksgiving? What do you eat? And her mom went to Costco over the weekend and thought about buying those rotisserie chickens this year to serve for Thanksgiving.
Because they're so good.
What?
They're $5.
I'm not saying they're not good, but everybody needs turkey on Thanksgiving. And I'll tell you, I'm not the biggest turkey fan, but I'm having it on Thanksgiving.
So you're going to suffer through. Everybody's
going to suffer through. I like it once a year.
Oh, I do not. And I just don't think that we all have to suffer through. We all need to speak up and come out as non-turkey likers and just eat what we want.
All right, let's go to the phones. We got to find out from Emily in Williamstown what she has for Thanksgiving. Hey, Emily.
Hi.
Do you have turkey?
I don't. When I'm with my family, I will, but since it's just my husband and I this year, we're doing chicken cutlet.
No, you're not.
Yes. With all the sides still. It's delicious.
So you're having chicken stuffing. Are you having the traditional sides or sides to go along with the chicken cutlets?
No, like traditional sides still.
But chicken cutlet.
Emily, you're a smart lady.
Can Gianna come over in case her family backs out of the whole chicken thing?
Gianna, I got you. You're welcome over.
I literally just need 1 or 2 cutlets and I'm good. Like, just put it in a Ziploc bag.
And let me tell you, I love chicken cutlets. I love chicken cutlets. I could probably eat them every night. But for Thanksgiving, I'm good. Turkey.
No. Gross. Diane in Chalfont said, we don't do turkey. We have baked chicken, pork roast, and chicken tenders for the kids.
All that on Thanksgiving?
I love it. Chris in Bed Salem said, my first Thanksgiving with my husband's side of the family years ago was lasagna.
Oh my gosh, Italian probably, right?
And they actually know somebody who does a pot roast because her husband doesn't like turkey.
How can you not like turkey? It's almost like not liking chicken.
No.
It doesn't really have a taste.
That's the point. That's the problem. That's the problem I have with turkey sometimes. And then you know what? You see like people like to make a good turkey, it takes a lot of time and dedication
I think
and
so.
effort.
Throw in a fryer. I'm telling you, Gianna, I would change your mind.
I
It is
don't know.
delicious in the fryer. It's moist. I know everybody hates that word.
No,
but
but
it's moist and it's good.
It just doesn't do it for me. Judy in Flemington said, I do not like turkey, so it's chicken for me.
Oh, so
That's why
funny.
stores give away ham and lasagna too, so you have a choice.
I didn't see any free hams. I saw free turkeys.
Oh, see, because nobody wants them. Nobody's buying them. That's why they're free.
Because apparently all men look like an animal. But there's choices, right, Gianna?
I feel like he looks like a bird.
A bird.
Apparently all men look like a rat, a bird, a dog, or a shark.
It's Chris and the Crew, by the way, on 94.5 PST.
I say this all the time that I'm attracted to men who look like sharks and rats. I don't know why this is the way that it is, but it's like I swear my boyfriend looks like a shark. He says it. He's a cute shark, but he's a shark. Like we said,
I'm not getting this.
how? Think about what he looks like. Chris knows what he looks like.
Yeah, I do.
Think about it
He's
hard.
adorable, your boyfriend.
Shark.
I'm not giving shark. I see shark as pointed features. He does not have pointed features. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Am I seeing it the wrong way?
If you, oh man, I
He's
don't want
not pointed at all.
I'm telling you, it's shark. He says it.
What about my husband, John? What would you say? What animal does he look like?
Shark.
Shark?
I do.
He
It's
doesn't
just
have pointed features either.
when I think of it, doesn't have to be pointed. It's just do they give that energy? Like
So it's an energy thing. It's not actually what they look
it's
like.
a face and an energy thing. Like it's the whole package.
All right. Well, then.
Like all of my celebrity crushes look like rats.
Joe looks like I would say Joe fits in that category. Rat, right?
Rat.
He's kind of got
Cheese
those.
stealing rat. That's what he's giving. I know, like Jeremy Allen White. Like we all think he's hot. Don't get me wrong. I haven't met a person who doesn't think he's hot, but he looks like a rat.
How about Dan Zaro, our PST chief meteorologist?
Dan Zaro gives golden retriever.
Dog.
He's giving a dog.
He's just so nice.
He is. He's just always happy.
Yes, true.
Just wants to talk
Okay.
about Disney World and the weather. That's
so
all.
it's not about their looks then. It's about their energy.
It is. It's looks and energy. Like it's the whole package.
I think my John would be a shark then.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, like think about it. Like who is? If you think about your celebrity crush, and like you really look at them hard.
Okay,
or you
Channing Tatum. Let's do him. Channing Tatum, I would say
dog. I know. It's
Yeah.
like, see, it just makes sense
Well, now
for
that
some
I'm
reason.
thinking of their energy, now I can
the whole
I
package.
can do this now.
It's crazy, isn't
I
it?
like it.
It's Can't Beat Chris. Can't Beat Chris on 94.5 PST.
All right, Chris is on a 5-day streak. Not too bad.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
We're going to see how you do against Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca, good morning. Where are you from?
Cream Ridge.
Cream Ridge.
What are you doing in Cream Ridge?
Well, right now I'm taking my son to school in Hamilton.
Oh man,
Every
extra help,
morning on our way to school.
extra help again in the car. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yes, I love it.
All right, good luck, guys. I'm out of here.
All right, we're going to kick Chris out of here for just a few minutes. Rebecca will give you guys some privacy. And once Chris comes back, she'll answer the same 3 questions. Are you ready for your first question?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Your quiz starts now. Swifties believe Taylor Swift's self-titled album will be the next Taylor's version release. True or false? Her self-titled album is her second album.
We'll say true.
You want to lock in true?
Yes.
All right, question 2. Today marks the anniversary of the release of Frozen. It came out in 2013. What is the name of Elsa's younger sister in the movie Frozen?
Anna.
You want to lock in Anna?
Yes.
All right, locked it in. Final question. Beyonce is set to perform during the halftime show at the NFL Christmas game. What is the name of her country-inspired album?
Country Carter.
you want to lock in Country Carter?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to lock it in. We're going to call Chris back into the room. Can't Be Chris, powered by Legoland Discovery Center, Philadelphia. Jump into a world of creativity, color, and playful learning. Info and tickets at philadelphia.legolanddiscoverycenter.com. Hey, Chris.
Hey there.
All right, you ready for your set of questions?
All set.
Here we go. Chris's quiz is starting now. Swifties believe Taylor Swift's self-titled album will be the next Taylor's version release. True or false? Her self-titled album is her second album.
Her self-titled album. No, that was her first. So false.
Chris said false. Rebecca said true. False is the correct answer.
Yeah.
It is her first
That was her
album.
first one.
Second question for Chris. Today marks the anniversary of the release of the movie Frozen. It came out in 2013.
One of my faves.
What is the name of Elsa's younger sister in the movie Frozen?
It's Anna.
Well,
Or Anna.
okay.
Come
Rebecca,
on.
you both said Anna and you're both correct.
Elsa and Anna. Elsa and Anna.
Anna.
Same thing.
I was going to catch you on that. Final question for Chris. Beyonce is set to perform during the halftime show at the NFL Christmas game. What is the name of her country-inspired album?
It's called Cowboy Carter.
Chris said Cowboy Carter. Rebecca said Country Carter. Cowboy Carter is correct, which means Rebecca, unfortunately, Chris does take the win today. I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. I'm Rebecca from Cream Ridge, and I can't beat Chris.
Ugh,
You tried.
it always stinks to hear that. Rebecca, just for playing with us, you got $20 worth of Jersey Lottery scratch-offs.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
The New Jersey Lottery, anything can happen in Jersey. Hang on the line for us.
Listen tomorrow morning at 7:40 for another chance to beat Chris on 94.5 PST. It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Did you see Wicked over the weekend? It was huge at the box office, of course, right? 114 million domestically, 164.2 million worldwide. It set the record for the biggest global and domestic opening for a movie based on a Broadway show. I'm hearing all fantastic reviews. Even people that didn't think they were going to like it, loved it.
I go tomorrow for AMC's $10 Tuesday, and I cannot wait. I can't.
So listen, the director says that you need to ask the theater a question before the movie starts. Is the volume of the theater up to a 7?
You know I'll be this person and I'll ask when I go.
I didn't even know you could do this.
I didn't know you could either, but
So
now I
apparently
do.
this director's been to a couple of the screenings, and he says the theaters were more at like a 6.4. And if you want it the way the movie was intended, 7 is the volume. I didn't even know there was a volume.
That is so funny.
And actually, a lot of fans replied on his tweet. This is a tweet where he said, I want you to ask the theater to raise it to a 7.
Right.
Apparently, a lot of fans replied on the tweet saying that they didn't even know that they could request a volume change. And some did say their viewing did sound low.
That is weird.
Maybe they're putting it low because they don't want it too high, but it's meant to be high.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't either. I really didn't either. I thought the volume was the volume.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So Khalid has come out as gay. Apparently an ex of his outed him, so kind of forced him out to the public.
So messed up.
That is totally messed up. He posted on Twitter, on X, whatever. He says, I am. And that's okay. Says he's never been ashamed of who he is. He says he wasn't hiding anything. It's his business, basically.
It's true. If you don't want it, then don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I love him, though.
Didn't he put like I think I saw it, right?
It was
Didn't
just
he put
a rainbow flag emoji, and
He's
he
like,
said,
"Let's
there
move
you
on."
go. Next subject, please.
Let's move on. So McDonald's has announced that they're launching a new McValue menu next year. You're going to be able to buy, the popular items like the double cheeseburger and add a second one for $1.
Oh,
That sounds like a date night to me.
sounds good.
And, this is so sad. Chuck Woolery, does that name sound familiar? The old game show host.
Yes.
He did Love Connection for a while. He did Wheel of Fortune back in the 70s. He hosted Scrabble for a while. He died at the age of 83. I just remember him from Love Connection because my mom used to watch that show. And he was the one who would always say, we'll be back in 2 and 2.
Oh,
Aw,
sad.
I am sad about that. All right, there's the scoop. It's Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. All right, so Monday Morning Match Game. Here we are. It's like the old game show Match Game. Gianna is Gene Rayburn.
I am.
The host.
I wish I had like one of those long microphones.
Yes. You think used to smoke on that set in the middle of the TV show?
Yeah.
Oh my God. My grandparents used to watch it and be like, what is this?
We are not smoking here this morning.
Nope.
Just wanted to
All right,
preface that.
so Dan Zaro's here in studio, our PST chief meteorologist.
Hey.
You're going to get the questions first. I'm going to head out.
Okay.
Go outside, see if breakfast is here or something, and then come back and try to match you.
Sounds good.
And then we'll flip-flop, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, Chris is getting out of here for just a few minutes because we got to give Dan some privacy, right?
I'm ready.
And that
Into the isolation booth she goes.
Here we go. First prompt for Dan, I guess we should say. The new theme park ride is so scary, people are screaming louder than a blank.
They're screaming louder than a... What screams loud? Drawing a blank.
That's okay.
You know what? The first thing that comes to mind is that saying louder than a banshee. So
All right.
Banshee.
All right, we're going to say banshee. Second question. The magician's new trick went horribly wrong, and instead of pulling a rabbit out of the hat, he pulled out a blank.
Let's say his beautiful assistant.
Okay, his assistant. Oh, damn. Final one.
Oh,
Silly
man.
Sally loves animals so much, she keeps a blank as a pet.
She loves animals so much, she keeps a blank as a pet. I mean, that could be anything.
Think like Chris Rollins. What do you think
Yeah,
Chris
that's
Rollins
the problem
would say?
here, isn't it? Okay, I'll pick something really silly as a pet, and I'll say like a tiger. You know,
All
like
right.
Tiger King style.
I love it.
Let's
All right.
go with that.
We're going to call Joe Exotic back into the room, a.k.a. Chris Rollins. All right, she's back.
I'm back.
Oh, Chris, good luck.
Chris, are you ready for these?
Let me put my headphones on.
We have
All right, go
Dan
ahead.
Zaro's answers. You have to match what Dan said.
Dad's giving me a look.
Why do we do this on Mondays? Why can't we warm it up and do...
Anything
Well,
else?
I guess
All right,
go.
here we go, Chris. The new theme park ride is so scary, people are screaming louder than a blank.
Louder than a ghost? Louder than... I don't know what screams loud.
Dan Zaro said a banshee.
Oh, okay.
Thinking about that saying. Like,
what would you say, G?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I
you
would've-
wrote the questions.
well, I would have said like, I don't know, what's a loud animal? I
Oh,
would
an
have just
animal?
No, I don't know. I would have just picked a loud animal.
I figured,
personally.
okay, next.
Anyway, the magician's new trick went horribly wrong.
How horribly wrong did it go? Okay.
And instead of pulling a rabbit out of the hat, he pulled out a blank.
He pulled out a python.
Well,
That's a
that's
good answer.
not what Dan
Well, what
said.
did you say,
Dan said his assistant.
Yeah, all right.
I'm just thinking, what else could be in the air?
I can see that.
It's pretty good, Dan. Here we go. Final one. Silly Sally loves animals so much.
How much does she
Love it.
love them?
She keeps a blank as a pet.
Silly Sally loves animals so much. She keeps a camel
Well,
as a pet.
you guys aren't
Terrible.
very good at this.
We're
Dan
not
said
on
a
the same
tiger.
thing. Yeah.
A tiger. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Monday Morning Match Game here on 94.5 PST. We're proving to be terrible at this, but we're having a lot of fun here. It's Chris, Dan Zaro, PST's chief meteorologist, Dan Zaro, and Gianna. All right, round two. I'm going to get the questions. Dan, you're going to go into the isolation booth
Okay.
so you can't hear me,
Sounds
my
good.
answers.
all right, we're kicking Dan out of here. Give Chris some time to think. Get
All right,
yourself
I'm ready.
together. All right, here we go. First one. Lazy Linda hates doing laundry so much, she just throws her clothes in the blank.
In the trash.
All right, we're going to say trash.
That's a good one, right?
I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
Second one. At the worst wedding ever, instead of a cake, they served blank to the guests.
Instead of a cake, what about dog food? That's pretty bad, right?
Okay. Well, I would say, yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, last one. The
First
hotel,
thing I came up with.
the hotel was so cheap, instead of beds, they gave guests blank to sleep on.
Oh, sleeping bags.
That's a good one, Chris. All right, we're going to get Dan back in here. Give him a few seconds to mosey on in.
I think this one's going to be better. Dan and we've had a minute here to get connected.
Okay.
Here he is.
Here's hoping.
All right, Dan, here we go. First one. Lazy Linda hates doing laundry so much she just throws her clothes in the blank.
Come on, Dan.
Okay. How about the shower? She gets in the shower and just leaves her clothes and cleans them. Oh.
Chris said the trash.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Here we go. The second one. At the worst wedding ever, instead of a cake, they served blank to the guests.
I mean, I have to think, what's the opposite of cake? And I have to go with, like, vegetables.
You guys are not good at this game.
I thought we were going to be better, Dan.
Chris said dog food. All right.
I don't know why I said
Last
that.
one. The hotel was so cheap, instead of beds, they gave guests blank to sleep on.
Come on, you just slept in one of these, Dan. I'm giving you a hint.
You know, I think I know where you're going
Come
with this.
on.
I went camping last month. How about like a sleeping bag? Yes.
Finally
Okay.
got one.
1 for 6.
We finally
that.
got one. We can take that as a win, I guess,
Maybe
today.
next week we'll do better. So apparently all men look like an animal.
It's either a dog, a shark, a rat, or, oh my gosh, a dog, a rat, a shark.
What's the fourth one?
Oh, a bear. A bear.
Okay.
A dog, rat, shark, bear.
It's Chris and the crew. Chris and Gianna on 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. Now, we're not talking about just their looks, right? That was kind of like stringing me up at the beginning.
It is
It's kind of their whole vibe, right?
But it also is their looks. Like, it's, you pick a certain feature on their face and then you kind of, but it also has, it's like their all around image. That's like means their vibe, their face. Like I say it all the time.
What's
like,
your boyfriend?
He's a shark. Like he literally looks like a shark, and we say it all the time. I mean, but like a lot of my celebrity crushes look like rats. I've noticed.
I would say Joe's in the rat category,
Yes,
right?
Joe would be in the rat category. I would
He
believe
just kind of looks.
he gives that vibe. He looks like even though he's lactose intolerant, he looks like he would chase cheese around all day. But
I'm trying to think. Is my husband maybe a bear or a shark? Like
I would say one of those categories. I would say
like
those would work.
he's a very passionate person.
Like when we were talking about Dan Zara, like Dan just looks like a golden retriever.
Like dog, yeah.
He just
like
gives,
more puppy. Like
yes.
he's just nice.
Just
His
always
vibe is
so
cool.
happy
Yeah.
and smiling. It's so funny though because I think about like the celebrities that I'm attracted to, and it's Harry Styles, Matty Healy, Jeremy Allen White. I feel like they're all giving rat.
Rat?
But like a hot rat.
I don't get
Not
it.
like New
I
York
don't get
City
it.
subway rat.
Okay.
I mean like you know, have you ever seen that movie Flushed Away?
No.
There's something like there's a cartoon rat and he's just like a cute looking like sly looking. He looks good.
Oh.
You know, I not that I'm attracted to cartoons or anything, but it's just the vibe. I don't know how to describe it.
Take a look at your man today and see if he fits in one of those 4 categories.
It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Did you see Wicked over the weekend? So the director of Wicked, it was huge, by the way, 114 million domestically, worldwide 162 million.
It's amazing.
Huge. So the director says that you need to ask the theater when you get there, basically to turn up the volume of the movie. And a lot of people were responding to his tweet or, you know, on X, whatever. They're like, we didn't even know we could do that. I didn't know you could do that. Did you?
I had no idea that this was a thing.
So he's been going to some of the screenings, you know, just to see it in the theater, the director. And he's like, yeah, they're more at like a 6.4 than a 7.
Wow.
I don't even know what that means. But anyway, he says the movie is intended to be at a 7, so ask him to pump it up.
That is, I didn't realize, I figured it was just every movie was set to one number.
Never
and
even
it was,
thought about the volume
well,
of a
like
movie.
you think about it, like TVs have volume, so I
Yeah.
kind of, but like I never thought about it.
Me either.
It's weird.
So Khalid has come out as gay. Well, he was kind of forced to because an ex of his outed him.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So
It's
he just
awful.
posted I love it. He just posted a rainbow flag and he was like, yep, that's me, next.
Said next topic, please.
He said it wasn't hiding anything. He just doesn't think it's anybody's business. It's his business.
It is his business.
It is his business, yeah. So did your weekend fly by? God, mine did. It always does, right? According to a happiness researcher, how do you get that job? I want that job.
I guess you have to be a really happy person.
We're happy.
We are.
You need to start thinking about your weekends, this happiness researcher says, like it's a mini vacation instead. So just having that mindset will help you relax and enjoy your weekend more. If you're like, I'm going on vacation.
Right. In a perfect world, we could all think glass half full, right? But
I tend to think glass half full.
Sometimes you got to force yourself to think glass half full.
And okay, the big Thanksgiving meal is coming up in T-minus 3 days, right? The average American will eat a little over 2,000 calories for the Thanksgiving meal. But some people are like, oh, that's not much. But here's the thing. If that's the only meal you have in the day, it's really not bad.
Right.
2,000 calories in a day.
Right.
It's just all the other stuff around it that can make it add up.
Right.
So if that's your only meal of the day and you're just going to town and that's it,
Pop off.
that's all right.
Big T-shirts all day and naps after dinner.
But if there's like snacking before or leftovers afterwards or no alcohol, stuff like that, then it starts to get
I'm guilty of all of the above.
a little dicey. All right, there's the scoop.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST.
You do, right? There are 3 topics that you need to stay away from with your family. It's Chris and the Crew, Chris, Joe, Gianna. I honestly, I don't think I have ever, I always hear about families fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
That's never happened in my household. And we have a big group. Like, I think this year there's over 20 people.
I feel like it's more normal to fight on a random Tuesday than it is on a holiday, but
I feel like everybody is on their best behavior, but just in case they've had a little too much to drink.
and we know not everybody is on their best behavior on
True.
holidays.
The number one thing, and I think we can totally understand this after the climate around the election, politics.
Yeah.
There might be some of your guests on different sides, and
And even if you are on the same side, sometimes the topics can really rile you up. So let's just keep it to a minimum.
yeah, politics is number 1. Number 2 is like family issues.
Oh, yeah, this is not the time to be talking about the argument that Aunt Betsy and Uncle Jim had 10 years ago
Or
at somebody's wedding.
Cousin Tim owes money to Uncle Jeff, or I don't know, whatever it is. Your family dynamics, like past grievances, that's a big no-no too.
Yeah, I would say so.
But sometimes that's the first time those people have seen each other in a while is at the Thanksgiving table.
They come in guns blazing.
Yeah.
They're like ready to go. Oh.
And the third one is like money.
Oh. Are we talking about
It says
that?
there's a tie actually between relationships. That could be a big one. Why are you still single? Why didn't you get married yet?
Here's the thing. I was actually
Why aren't
talking
you
to one of my
having a baby?
I was actually talking to one of my high school friends who just recently got married the other day, and she was like, now that I'm married, everybody's like, when are you having kids? And it's like, you're dating. When are you getting engaged? All right, you're engaged. When are you getting married? All right, you're married. When are you having kids? When are you having another kid? When are you getting a new house? Like, it's always something.
That it's none of your business.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a tie between relationships and finances. So those are the topics, 4 topics that you need to stay away from on Thanksgiving.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST. This was Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com. Wake up with Chris and the Crew, weekdays 6 until 10 on your number 1 hit music station, 94.5 PST.